कपड़ा ला
Hello, so I think so we are good to go. Inshallah, we'll start the session now. Okay. So, Assalamu alaikum everyone, and I hope everyone is doing good and well. It's our third day today, and inshallah today we will be discussing about Employee Central core subjects, and inshallah it will be the day one of it. Yesterday we had a little bit discussion just to brief up if somebody had missed it yesterday. To brief, what we discussed yesterday was brief introduction about what is SAP success factors, what are the different module it has, and what are the different talent modules it has, and what is the upgraded version of those modules that we are looking into it, that is SAP success factors Employee Central. And today in success factors Employee Central, we will be discussing our first topic for today. It will be for the data models. Okay, so inshallah, let me go ahead and share my screen to everyone. And let me know once the screen is visible. Okay. Yes. Can anyone confirm if they are able to see my screen, please?
Yes.
No.
No. Not yet. Is it visible?
No.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Yes.
Yes, visible.
Now it's visible.
It's visible. Okay.
Everyone.
Okay. So let us start our session. Okay. There are two people who have raised their hands. Is there anything that you want to add or you want to ask anything? Okay. For the question sessions, inshallah, we'll keep it in the end. Let us get quickly started because it's been the third day and we are yet to start our journey into success factors Employee Central. Before I start, I had a quick question I want to ask. Anyone in this group who is in college or who is studying, or anyone still not doing work? I mean, I'm not telling you the people who are doing the work and now they are looking for work. Especially it's for students.
Assalamu alaikum, sir.
Walaikum assalam.
Yes, sir. I am now studying 12th, sir.
You're studying in 12th. Okay. Where are you?
I'm
Where
in
are
Jeddah.
you studying?
I am in Jeddah.
You're in Jeddah. Okay. Okay. Anybody else?
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Assalamu alaikum, sir.
Walaikum assalam. Yes.
Sir, I'm a BTech student. I'm in third year right now.
You're in third year. Okay. MashaAllah.
Yes.
Good. Anybody else?
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam.
Yes, sir. I am also studying in 12th class.
You're studying in 12th standard. Okay. Okay. Good. Good. Okay. Nice. Anybody else? Apart from 12th standard, from BTech, anybody else? Okay. The reason why I'm asking you if someone is a student, the reason why I'm asking is most of the people who are in colleges or who have already studied a little bit of programming languages, they know a few of the languages like B, C, C++, or any other languages that they know. So it becomes a little bit easy for everyone. Although there is no requirement as such, but still if they know about these things, it becomes a little bit easy. Like for example, if I can tell you of an example, in terms of if somebody knows how to drive a cycle, he can drive a two-wheelers or motorcycle or scooter easily. It is the same thing, but it is not that nobody can the one who has not what do you say drive or used cycle before, it doesn't mean that he cannot drive a scooter or anything as such. So it is it's a layman example that I'm giving. Anyone who has learned or who knows about a little bit of languages before, it becomes a little bit easy for them to understand. Okay, so basically what are data models? Okay, let's go into it and see what data model is. Okay, I hope my screen is visible to everyone. Is there any problem or any audio problem or any video problem or such? Please raise your hand and let me know so that we will sort those issues. Okay, so Bismillah. So basically what data model is, every software that is there in the market at this point of time, there is a basic foundation on which the software is built. It can be on Java, it can be on Python, it can be on XML. There are different languages on which these softwares are built. Okay, say for example, if I have to give you an example, if you see a house or a home or a building or an apartment being constructed, there is a basic foundation that they do. Like there is a foundation that they do, there are pillars, there are concrete, there are stones and everything. It's a basic foundation that is there for any house, home, building, offices, or any structure that is being made. Okay, so this is the basic foundation on which the software is being built. Okay, so data model is nothing but a basic foundation of all the what do you say success factor employee central is built upon. Okay, the language which is basically the data models which we use here are in XML format. Okay, XML is a kind of a format. That is the reason why I asked if somebody knows about it. It's a different kind of what do you say kind of language, if I can tell it to you in a way. So it's a kind of a language, but there is no need for us to know about this. Okay, just to give you a brief introduction of how this XML looks, what it does, how it does, inshallah moving ahead forward we'll get to know about this. Okay, so what is data model? Data models are nothing but these are the elements and structures, as I was telling, which builds upon which the structure is made. Okay, so these are the basic elements or foundations, we can say, on which the software is being built. Okay, and once we see what are the basic and important data that we need to build this. So
can you please mute everybody, please? There is a lot of background noise.
Who was talking? Ahmed is there. I can see. Anybody else? Okay. No issues. Okay. Before moving ahead forward into getting to know about more data or anything as such, can anyone explain to me as what are the basic things that is required in an organization to build up or to have the data that is required in an organization? Just to put it in a simple word, what is the data that or what is the important factors that are required in an organization to build up an organization? What are the things that is required in an organization, let it be from employee side or from the organization side? Anybody can mute themselves and they can answer this question so that we'll make it interactive. Yes. If you have not understood my question, please raise your hand. I'll repeat the question as well.
Is it like you're looking for the entities related to employees, such as name and related information to that employee, whether where aspects of his address as well as the date of birth information, and related to organization, where it is located, what are the different departments or accounts they have, what are the different projects the employee is going to work on?
Okay.
Is that you're looking?
Yes, yes. Anybody else? Let's be proactive. Even if it is wrong, it's fine. Let's be proactive.
So the first thing
Yes.
that any organization needs is they should be having their own what do you say, physical structure, or we say a building or sort of things, either rented or this one. Then it could have some. This comes under as an assets. So
Yes.
the basic thing is they should start with some sort of assets and employees.
Yes.
Either it could be one or two or more. Anybody, either one employee could also be in the company. Then there should be some transactions within that company. That's something they would be buying, or they would be selling, or they would be dealing it with some services.
Yes.
And there might be some goods also, like
Okay.
Facility and resources.
Facility and resources. Yes. Good. Anybody else?
Five
I
M's
would.
also can be counted.
I'm sorry.
Like 5 M's as in commerce, that
Okay.
man, money, material, asset,
Yes.
and
Yes.
place,
Yes.
and the place where the company should be, either it should be their permanent place or hired one. So we call it 5 M's in commerce.
Yes. Okay, good. Let me ask a simple question to everyone. Say, for example, you have just opened a new company or an organization. What is the first thing that you want to do in your company? Or what are the standard things that you want to set up in your company? Say foundation objects or rules or regulation. What is that you want to set up in your company for the first time as soon as you have opened your organization or the company? What do you want to do with the company?
Policies making.
Policies and ethics.
Good.
Manpower,
Good.
planning,
State and organization structure.
Budget
Good.
allotment.
Budget. Yes, absolutely. Yes.
business
See,
plan.
we need to get statutory requirements before we start our company, statutory compliances, all those
Business
things.
plan.
Business plan.
Goal and-
Absolutely. Yes.
Budgeting.
Yes.
Goal and
And money.
Organization
Train.
chart. Organization charts.
Organization charts. Yes. Very good. Yes.
goal and vision.
Goals and visions. Yes, absolutely. Yes. I would request the people who have not answered yesterday or day before yesterday also encourage yourself. Feel free. It's all learning that we are doing. Okay, don't feel shy. Have an interaction session here. What we are doing, it becomes easy for everyone to understand. The reason why I'm having this interaction is I want to keep it very, very simple between us. I want to make things in a way so that we understand this, so it becomes profitable for everyone. So I request everyone, be proactive, be respectful, be professional in terms of when you're answering the questions. Let others answer. Do not overlap your answers with others. Think from yourself what you want to do it once you have opened this organization. What are the important things that you want to do? Someone has said goals, somebody has said visions. Absolutely. So let's go ahead. I would request other people who have not answered, let me see their names. I just don't want them to sit idle and just yes.
So basically we need an infrastructure wherein we have the database servers, the web servers, and other type of servers that are there, so that the LAN WAN setups and all those things are needed for internal communications.
Yes, good. Let me ask some other people from this. There is here Rashid is there. Yes, Rashid, if you can answer. What do you think?
Most of the points are already which were in my mind. The rules and regulations, the policy the company will be implementing, and the business.
Okay.
What will be the roles and responsibilities for with different designated people, the employees.
Nice.
And that's all for now.
And the foremost, they need to have the projects to work on, even though they have the
Projects.
employees.
Good. Okay. Yes.
Marketing and branding.
Marketing and branding. Yes, absolutely. It is. There is one more sister here, Tahseen Khan. Yes, if you can answer. If you can hear me. Tasin
Yeah, I
Khan.
already spoke. It's me. I mean, I'm a man.
It's a different person. Okay, we'll go to another sister, Sabah. There is Sabah here. Yes. Sabah, if you can hear me, whatever is that is there in your mind, please answer it. Okay, I think so. That's it. Okay. So as you all have told about these things, different things, let it be planning, vision, goal, what do you say, organization charts, and finances, then vision that you need to have, okay, and everything, whatever was discussed, absolutely, these are the things that have already there in the company, okay. So these are the basic building blocks, okay, which is required for building up any organization, and these are the basic building blocks which have been used in developing this software also. So you can always relate yourself as, whenever I'm trying to open an organization, what is the important thing that I need? As first of all, as employees I need, and second is the rules and regulations of the organization, how I want to run this organization. Am I correct? Okay. So when it comes to employees who is working in the company, or who is contributing to the company, what are his details that I have, and the organization, if I have, what are the legal entities that I have? Legal entity, I mean to say, what are the divisions that I have? What are the departments that I have? What are the different structures, organization structures that I have? What are the pay scales that I have? So basic important thing is, there is only two things. Somebody's mic was making trouble. Okay, can everyone mute yourself? Mute, please. Mute. Okay, because it becomes a disturbance for everyone. Okay. There are two people who have raised their hand. Niaz Ahmad, you want to ask or you want to say something? Azimuddin.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam. Yes.
Is this session recorded? I mean, I did not see the
Yes.
recording.
Yes, it's recorded. Yes.
Okay, thanks.
Okay. So basically, there are two main important things that we need. One is the information of the people who are working in the company, and second is the information of the company that is paying to the user. Okay. So the data first that we have is employee data. Okay. When I say about employee data, what are the things that come into mind that is important for us to make a note, or what are the things that are important to of which comes under employee data? Okay. So I'll give a chance to everyone who have not spoken. When I say employee data, what it comes to your mind? Okay. Let's make it quick. Let's make it fast. So it'll be an interaction and learning process. So it is very, very simple. I have made it.
Employee data, first thing comes to the mind is, their profile, whatever the records they have. If they have done any certification, for example, SAP, any certification done in SAP will have that. In India, basically, they collect the Aadhaar card, PAN card, the bank details for the salary to deposit. And,
very good.
And
very
yes,
good.
Of course, this. And the relieving letter from the previous company, salary slips as a proof.
Okay.
So these are the basic, as it comes to an employee, we collect these.
Absolutely. Okay. Yes. Anybody else that comes to your mind when I say employee?
Their date of
UN
birth,
numbers,
address,
PAN number.
contact details.
We need employee.
Personal details.
Personal data and professional data.
Personal data and professional data. Good. Yes.
Employee ID.
Addresses, contact information.
Addresses, contact
details.
information. Yes.
Dependent information.
Dependent information. Very good.
Education experience.
Education experience.
Or
yes.
skills.
Skills. Yes. Absolutely. Yes.
In case working from other country, work permits.
Work permits. Yes. Yes.
And the police verification also in some companies.
Police verification. Yes. There is a provision for that as well. Yes.
Medical certificate.
Medical certificate. Yes.
Allowances.
To maintain a record of employee from joining to exit in the company.
And
Yes,
physical data like their blood group and height, chest, weight, all this related information.
yes, even that, yes.
The basic thing is like employment contract.
Employment contract, yes.
Wages and salaries details.
Yes.
So all the personal details of the employee, its dependents. If suppose the employees are working abroad, their passport details, their family details,
yes,
their visa, and their work permits.
Work permits, absolutely, yes. Thank you so much for all the answers that you have given. And yes, absolutely, what all the details that you have said, these are nothing but employee data. See, it was very, very easy. I hope it was very easy for you all to understand what exactly, if somebody is asking you what is employee data in terms of data model. In a simple way, if I can tell you, is nothing but my data, okay? Because I'm an employee in a company, and my data, whatever is related to me, say for example, my name, my address, my blood group, my Aadhaar card, or my social security number, or in Dubai we have Emirates ID, in Saudi we have a national card that is there, different, that is related to you. Let it be your driving license, or a company generates for you the user ID which is related to you, and name, title, the position that you're working in the company, anything that is related to you, okay? It is all nothing but employee data. In a simple terms, if I tell you that anything that is related to me, it can be my dependents, my family, my kids, my spouse, everyone, let it be a promotion that is there that is related to me, everything that is related to me directly is nothing but employee data. Okay, any doubts in this?
No.
Any doubts?
No.
Yes.
Good. Okay. So let's move on to another question. Is when I say organization data, what it comes to your mind?
The name of the company.
Okay.
Partners.
Location of the company.
The registrations we have taken.
Okay.
Total number of employees.
Okay.
Company liability data.
Locations of the company, branches,
tax ID,
Company turnover.
GST, we can say GST.
Complete details of the company with employee.
Company
Yes.
See, data can be company's data can be classified as financial data, human resource data, and operations data, and let's say sales data. The internal data will be reclassified into different departments. If they are into retail sales, then again one more retail segment data will be there. In that particular thing, there will be some if it's a retail trading company, another SKUs, or the different types of product details, and expiry date and best before date, everything will be mentioned. It is like never ending data process. So,
Yes, absolutely. Thank you for making it easy.
Organization structure based on it.
Yes, organization. Yes.
Job role.
Job role, yes, absolutely. Yes.
It's a line of business, cost center, the location, basically which region.
Region, yes, it includes that. Yes, okay, good. So it is nothing but, if I can tell it to you in a very simple way, the reason why I want to make it these conversations, a two-way of conversation is because Employee Central is nothing but how we want to have things logically. Okay, everything, there is a logic behind this, why they have made this, how they have made this, and what are the important factors that they have made. A lot of experience has gone into this in terms of making and simplifying the things. Okay, so as I told you, the data that is required is, one is employees data, and the second is organization data. Okay, as I told you, employee data is nothing but anything that is personally related to me. Okay, that is employee data. And second, organization data is nothing but whatever the company is doing to me as an employee. Okay, everything, let it be they are paying me the salary, there is a job structure, there is a department that I'm working with. In the department, there is a division that I'm working with. Okay, the job location of the company where I'm working in, the details of the company, the policies that they have, or anything that is related to company that is providing it to me, that I am associated with the company. Okay, so anything that the company is doing it for me is nothing but an organization data. Okay, so any doubts in employee data or organization data?
No, it's clear.
Any doubts?
It's
Anyone?
clear.
Yes.
No.
Okay, so let's move on to another topic. It is very similar to what we have learned now. Okay, so basically, I'll come back to this configuration. Let's look into this. Okay, there are nothing but 4 types of data models that we have. Okay, there are several others, but the important one is the 4 data models that are available. Okay, one that we call it as succession data model. Okay, and the second one, what we call it as corporate data model. Okay, can you see my cursor over here? I'll take this marker. Okay, can you see this? Can you see this? Can you see?
Yes, we can see.
Yes, this succession data model is nothing but, sorry, this is your employee data. Okay, this corporate data is nothing but your organization data. Okay, this succession data model is nothing but your employee data, your personal data. Corporate data model is nothing but your organization data model. Okay, and this personal data model and corporate data model, there are only 2 differences into this. We add country specific. Country specific is nothing but, say for example, I'm working in India and someone is working in Dubai, in UAE, I mean in Saudi Arabia, let it be in USA, in other parts of the world that they are working in. Okay, so the person who is working, say in USA, and he has his personal data different compared to what the person who is working in India. Okay, say for example, in India we have Aadhaar card. In USA you have social security numbers. In Saudi Arabia you have national ID cards. Okay, there is an iqama that is there in Saudi Arabia. Okay, these are the different personal things that is associated to me. Okay, so that is why it is called as country specific data models or country specific employee data. Okay, this is the difference. And when we come to corporate data model, this is nothing but the organization data that is there, and the country specific is nothing but, say if the company is operating in India, they have their set of rules, regulation, taxes, and everything depending upon the country they are in. If the company is in India, the country or the organization details or policies will be different. If the company is in UAE, USA, or any other part of the world, the organization data will be different. Okay, so this is the major difference that is there. So I'll reiterate it once again. Succession data model is nothing but employee data. Corporate data model is nothing but organization data model. Okay, so the only other differences, employee, if he's working in India or abroad anywhere, his personal details will be taken up as country specific details. And the second, if the company is working in India or in abroad, there will be a country specific data model. Any doubts in this?
No.
Anybody else who has doubts?
No.
Speak up people if you have any doubts. Okay, so these are the basic logically what we were discussing previously in terms of employee data and organization data. Somebody was telling that the locations, places that there are, everything what we discussed without even knowing what employee central is, we were discussing, right? And now what we are discussing, you are finding everything over here. Okay, so the difference, the list of, if somebody can tell me what are the 4 data models that are available.
Succession data model.
Yes.
Country specific succession data model.
Yes.
Corporate data model.
Yes.
Country specific corporate data model.
Yes. Okay. So these are the different modules that we have. Okay. So we'll go to the next slide. Okay. So when it comes to succession data models, the details that we were discussing. Okay. So this is the succession data model, as I told you previously, is nothing but employee data. Okay. So you can see all the details. Sorry. Succession data models. Okay. If somebody can read this out to me, please, what we were discussing. Sorry for that. Yes. If somebody can read out this to me, anybody can volunteer.
Shall I?
Yes, please.
Succession data model. Employment information houses a record of employee at work. Personal information contains a record of the employee outside of work.
Yes,
Employee
you can stop it. You can stop it. You can stop it. I will choose somebody else from the team who can read this out. Okay.
May I?
I'll give you a chance. I'll give you a chance. Don't worry. I am looking for people who are not speaking, participating. Let me go to somebody else. Muhammad Saad. Muhammad Saad. Muhammad Saad is not here. Okay.
Can you please remove the circles?
Sorry?
Yes.
We'll go to Baba Athar. Yes. Baba Athar.
Yeah, employment information, job information plus country information, specific information.
No, I want you to, I don't want to say what it is. I want you to read this. This is what I'm asking. Read this employee information. That's it.
Yeah, employee information and personal information. In employee information, they have given separate information like job information plus country specific information, employment details plus country specific information, compensation information plus country specific information, recruiter payment information, one-time payment information, and just a minute, job relationship.
Yes.
And in personal information, we have
yes. You can stop. You can stop. We'll go to somebody else. Asma Farheen.
Yeah, personal information.
Yes.
Personal information, dependence information, biographical information, phone information, social account information, work permit information, and global information, home address, country specific information, national ID information, country specific information, email information, emergency contract information.
Yes, perfect. Thank you so much, everyone. Okay. So as we were discussing previously, succession data model is nothing but employee data. Okay. As we were discussing, anything that is related to me is nothing but succession data model or employee data model. Okay. Employee data, basically it is. Okay, so employee data, all the personal information that is there. Okay, personal information, that is his name, his first name, his middle name, his last name, his dependent information, which is there, like his kids, his wife, his mom, his dad, or anybody he wants to have a biographical information is nothing but the place that he's residing. Okay, his home address. Okay, if it is in permanent house, or if he has a second address, or if he wants to make changes into his address, his street name, his location, his pin code. Okay, then phone information that he has. Okay, that is there. Email is there. Social account information is nothing but our Aadhaar card, PAN card, or other any government IDs that are there. Okay, a work permit information is nothing but if you're working in any places and they will be providing you the work permit to work. Say for example, if somebody is doing an intern in any company and they are giving some kind of a permit to do that, or if a person is working on a contract basis, there will be a work permit that will be given. The global information is nothing but his complete information that is there in the organization. That is a global information that is there. Then again, the personal is home address plus country specific is once the area is defined, then country and which state he is, and which country he is residing. National ID information is the same with country specific, and then we will go to email, emergency contact. These are nothing but all the information that is available that is connected to me. Okay, this is personal information. Succession data model is nothing but employee data or my personal record. Okay, this is the data model that is there. The second model that is there after succession data model is nothing but country specific data model. Okay, country specific data model is nothing but the data that is available in other parts of country if I move to that place. Okay, that is the only difference that we have. Any doubts in this, any questions or any information that you want to check? All the questions, all the details which we were discussing in terms of employee data, you can see all the data that is available over here. Okay, but still some of the clients, what they say is we want to add few more information apart from the standard things that the SAP is providing. Yes, there is an option. You can go ahead, you can add one more session over here. You can see my cursor. You can add anything that you want in terms of adding any personal information that you want, and that will be reflected into the system. Okay, so this is succession data model. Any doubts in this before going ahead to corporate or organization data?
There is one question in biographical information and home address plus country specific.
Yes.
Is there any difference?
See, basically biographical information is nothing but what you do is you write your home address. Yeah, you write your apartment number, your floor number, your street name, your area, your pin code. Okay, home address plus country specific is nothing but because this even includes country specific succession data model. Okay, so this gives a permission to people, say if they are working in one country or if they are working in some other country. So what you will do for sometimes if the person is if he is working on a project and if he has to move to some other country also, so he will be changing his addresses. So this is the place that he'll be entering it. There will be a permanent address and there will be a separate second address that will be available. Any is that clear?
Yes, thank you.
Yes, I would like to add in
Yes.
What about global information?
this.
Yes. When I say about the global information is in the organization page, in the personal information, when you log into that, what it does is it gives you a global information. Okay, global information is nothing but what do you say, a synopsis, which we can say a short index of all the details that automatically that you can see. This is nothing but the global information that will be available. Say for example, if your first name, your second, your middle name and your last name is there. Okay, in that column there will be one more session that is available, which is known as global information that is available. Okay, in this global information, sometimes people, they will depending upon the clients, if they want to add it just name or just their address into the global information, that can be added. If they want to add their names, their address, their phone numbers, just to make a difference into the global information. So it depends on country wise that they want to make changes. That's the reason why they have kept this global information. Okay, moving ahead, when we are doing this, showing you the implementation work, you will understand a little bit better. This is just a theoretical part. Once we are doing a practical, inshallah, we will see how these are done. Okay.
Sorry, just to confirm again that the global information is nothing but you're giving some code to just identify that personal information. Is it?
Yes. Yes.
Brother, one more question I have.
Yes.
So if someone is like moving to on-site, then in that case, all these details get changed, or what?
See, when you're moving to some other place, your personal details will be updated in the system automatically. Okay, so there will be a session wherein your personal information, your biographical, your phone numbers, your email addresses, which can be upgraded. Okay, there is a option which can be changed, which can be deleted, which can be removed, depending upon the places that you are going, depending upon the projects that you are visiting. So depending upon those things, the changes can be made.
So, sorry, I'm getting a little in detail. So if I say I'm in India, staying in Bangalore, so my details will be, as a new employee, will be updated as per that only, right? Whatever information I have provided. But if I suppose move to on-site, so say US or UK, so only specific details will be changed, but are my older details will get deleted from the system, or is it going to be retained?
No, see, what usually happens is there are two types of data that has been collected. Okay, say for example, if you're just going for a project for 1 month or 2 months, okay, so for you there will be a separate ID that will be associated. Okay, only depending upon the project. Okay, there is what we call it as concurrent employees. Okay, which once they are going to some other place just to do the project. Okay. So on that, what it does is your information will be there. There will be the history will always be there. Okay. Until and unless if somebody wants to permanently delete it from the system, and only the admins or the people who have super admin access, only they can have, or the people who have permission to complete delete it, only they can remove the data. If not, the data will be there in the system. There will be a history which will always be there. And if you're going for a project for say for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, or 6 months, depending upon the project, you will be given a new ID, your personal details and everything will be made into concurrent employment. Okay, so we'll come to that. First, let's understand what is the basics of what is employment data, what is corporate data. Then inshallah, we will step by step move ahead to understand what are the different modes of changes that you'll see. What if the person is going to working on projects, what are the changes that will be made? What are the important things to keep in mind when you're importing or implementing? Okay.
Brother,
so this is, yes.
Excuse me, I have a doubt.
Yes.
The information about education and experience, does it come under biographical information?
Yes, it doesn't come under biographical information.
Okay, thank you.
Yes. Okay. So this is the corporate data model. I want someone, a volunteer, to read out to me. Let me select Ajaz Shakib. Ajaz, if you can hear me, please. If not, we'll go to Athar. Athar, if you can read out.
Yes, this is a corporate data model.
Yes.
And organization structure, you want me to read, right?
Yes.
Organization structure, I think I cannot read something is written over that.
I don't know why this is not, my system has become very slow because there is a lot of data. It's a legal entity, basically. It's a legal entity. Yes.
Yes. Legal entity. And the second one is the business unit. Third is the division. Fourth, department, cost center, location, geozone, location group.
Yes. Okay. Yes. Let me go ahead. Let me ask for some others to read pay related. Okay. Basim Ansari. Basim, if you can hear me, please.
Hello?
Yes, Basim, can you read out the pay related?
Sure. First one is pay component. Second one is pay component group. Third is frequency. Fourth is pay grade. Fifth is pay range. Sixth is pay group. Seventh is pay calendar.
Yes. Okay. Thank you, brother. We will go to someone else. The reason why I'm doing is I want everyone to participate, and we'll go to Dakshan Jabin. Yes. Dakshan Jabin. Sorry if I'm not pronouncing it properly.
Yeah, this is Dakshan.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is job related.
Yes.
Job related, job classification, job function.
Yes. Yes.
In other setting, event vision, workflow, dynamic role, and job related and other managed to corporate data model.
Yes. Okay. There is a disturbance. If somebody can mute was okay. Eja Shakib. Mute. Okay. So as we were discussing about succession data models, now we will go to corporate data model. Okay, corporate data models is nothing, as we were discussing, there are different divisions. First is very important to discuss about the top. You can see this is organization structure, and there's nothing but the business unit that is there, division is there, department is there, cost center is there. There is location, geozone is where the company is placed, location of the group in the area, in which area or the address that is there. Pay related is nothing but the frequency. There is a pay component group, frequency, pay grade, pay range, pay group, pay calendar. This is completely related to how the payment is structured to the employee. Okay, frequency, all these topics I'll be covering one by one to understand in a better way. Then we will move to the job related. That is nothing but job is classified. This comes under the position, how it is classified, and what are the functions that are there for the employees. And the others that is there, which is included in the corporate data model or the employee data model, is event reason, workflow, and dynamic role. Just to give you a brief example of what is event reason, the reason, for example, if the person is hired in the company, this is one of the reason, or we call it as event reason. Okay, if the company person is hired or rehired, terminated, or any activity, has appraisal is happening, change of job is happening, these are the reasons for the person that is happening. These are being these all things that they come under event reason. Workflow is nothing but a flow of work. Say for example, if somebody is terminated, the approval has to go to first to his manager, it has to go to the HR department, it has to go to different departments to take the approval. Then he'll get a confirmation once they have approved that his termination is completed. Or it can be related to anything. Okay, it can be customized in such a way. Say for example, if there is a global benefits, if a person wants to take a benefit from the company, or if he is being appreciated for something, it goes to it. Basically what it does is, any changes you want to make in the company, and before making those changes you want to take an approval, you don't have to run around people to get that approval. Okay, so workflow, if it is created, it will automatically go to that person. It will show an alert or notification that this is what has been generated, you have to approve, so that this workflow can be approved. Okay.
Leave management is also does come under this workflow, where employee the leave and it goes to the manager for the approval.
Anything, just a simple example of this is anything that needs approval. Okay, workflows are nothing but anything that needs approval from your manager, manager's manager, HR department, your CEO, your CFO, anyone who needs approval for anything. You do not have to run behind those things. It will be created, or the workflow will be implemented in such a way that it will automatically go to them and they will approve it. Okay. there is a dynamic role and dynamic group which is there. Okay, dynamic role and dynamic group we will discuss in depth because it takes a little bit longer time. Just to give you a brief example, say for example, if there are two people who are working in say admin department, okay, and if one person is not available, so there is another person who can approve it. Okay, so a dynamic role will be associated to them in terms of dynamic group as well. So the workflow will go to this group and the role that has been assigned to this group. So automatically, if one person is not available, the workflow will go to another person so he can approve it. So the process is not delayed. Okay, so say for example, if you want an approval from some person, he's on sick leave or he's not available in the company, he has moved or gone to any other place for work purpose, he is not able to do that. So in that case, the work should not stop at any given point of time, just to work things in a better way. That's the reason why it is called as workflow. The work should flow in such a way that it should not stop at any given point of time. So for that reason, there are dynamic groups, there are dynamic roles that have been associated, so that if one person is not available in that point of time to approve, it will go to some other people to approve it. So let it be termination or let it be leave management, let it be any appraisals that are there, automatically it gets approved and the process becomes quicker and faster. Okay, so these are the two very basic important data models on which the Employee Central is made. The details which we discussed, the succession data model, the corporate data model, this division, this departments, how to make this, how to interrelate this, how to associate these things, how to make changes in the system, and everything will be discussed. This is nothing but Employee Central. Anything that is related to employee data or organization data, you mismatch it, you make the changes, you make savings, you make adjustments, you learn about the divisions, you learn about how to create a division, how to delete a division, how to add an Aadhaar card, how to delete an Aadhaar card, how to make changes in the address, how to make changes in the payment, how to make changes in the leave management. Anything that you make changes to an employee, or any changes that you make changes to the corporate data model or the organization, is nothing but Employee Central. This is the plain and simple that I can make you understand. So in detail, we'll discuss about each simple these things. If you learn these things, Employee Central is completed. Okay, so this is the only basic things. There are other things. If you want to go ahead and you can learn more about this, what it is, how it is, what are the XMLs and everything. But to give you a brief overall of all the things or details that are accumulated in Employee Central is nothing but employee data and organization data. Any changes that you make, any associations that you make between them, is nothing but you are an implementer or a consultant who does that. Okay, so inshallah, I'll show you tomorrow how the system looks, what is the provisioning that is there at the back end that you make changes, and how is the UI, that is user interface, that it looks. Okay, just let me go ahead and if I have time, I will just show you how it looks. Okay, if I have time, I'll show it to you. Okay. I'm not able to, I don't know why to okay, good. Okay, so this is nothing but test instance that is available. Okay, this is the backend of the Employee Central that you will be making changes. I'll go to first directly. Okay, this is nothing but what we have discussed, succession data models. All the you can see here, import data model, import country or specific XML succession data model, country or regional specific corporate data models. Okay, so these specific succession data models or corporate data models, you will download these things, you will make the changes that are necessary. Once you make these changes, automatically those changes will be visible in the UI. Okay, let me go to the UI just to show you how the user interface looks. Okay, you can see this SAP SuccessFactors. This is nothing but how the UI looks. There are different options that are available in terms of career, succession, employment, my employee profile, admin, all these things that are there. So inshallah, tomorrow, once we go through this, I'll give you a few details to learn in data model. There are a few topics or details that are there in terms of explaining to you all these one by one. You can go ahead, you can learn this, you can look into this. So tomorrow, once we are joining the session, we will start with succession data model or employee data model. Excuse me. So once we are done with this, inshallah, we will move to that is organization or corporate data model, and we'll see how they are interlinked, how they are being associated, and how these changes can be made. What are the standard protocols that we have? Simple things to keep in mind, how these workflows work, how the event reasons work, how we can we can add a person, how we can remove a person, how we can terminate a person, how the pay scale has been made, and how his organization structures look, and how to add his manager, how to remove his manager, all these things that we will look into it. So once this is done, Employee Central is basically completed. Okay, so it was a basic overall that I have given to you. Inshallah, step by step we will go. So an overall structure I have given to you for you to understand what exactly is SAP SuccessFactors Employee Central. Okay, so inshallah tomorrow we'll connect and we will start with succession data model and all the you can see these small boxes that are there. We will go one by one. We will see the changes to made to these boxes, how to add it, delete it, and make changes. Okay, so once we are done, we will go to corporate. We will see step by step each one. We'll go to one box: legal, business, department, cost center, GeoZone, then job relationships. Then we'll go to organization, what it is, how it is, and what are the other things that are included in this. Once we are done, inshallah, we will be done with Employee Central. Then I'll give you a few links wherein in depth you can go ahead, you can learn about these things and you can familiarize yourself and inshallah get started to prepare for your interviews and start looking for jobs. Okay, any doubts that you have, please? Let's make it quick, so because I have another session that I have to start.
Yeah. Assalamualaikum.
Walaikum assalam. Yes, sister.
Yes, sir. As we discussed the dynamic role, that this is basically to make the system or the organization flexible.
Which one you're talking about?
In the work, yeah, dynamic role.
Okay.
So I'm asking that is it applicable to the employees only or to the other resources like machineries and liquidity and all?
I'm not sure it is applicable only to a person. It is just for him to give approval. It is just for him to give approval, that's it.
The dynamic role is for what? You discussed that it is there to provide the flexibility, means our organization should not stop working.
Yes.
So is this dynamic role is applicable to the employees only or to other resources like machineries and liquidity and all?
What do you mean by machine and liquidity? What do you mean by that?
Means you were saying that the production or the work should not be stopped.
No, don't take it in the wrong way. What I'm saying, I'll explain it to you. Okay. See, anyways, I wanted to do it in a I want to keep a separate topic wherein it doesn't get confusing, because we'll go step by step in a small way. Okay, for easy to make it understand, for where everyone understands it. Okay. Just because you have asked me, I'll give you an example. Say, for example, if a person is terminated from a company, okay, so once he is terminated, what usually happens is, if they don't have a software, if he is working in a small organization, what the company tells him is, if you have the company laptop, if you have a company ID card, if you have a company access card, or if you have anything that is related to the company, please drop all these documents to the accounts department or admin department, or to the place where these things are. Okay, once you get a clearance, please give all the items that is related to the company, and take a NOC from that department. Okay, then he has to go to another department. He has to go to the accounts departments. He has to settle if there is any pending dues that is there with him. He has to take an NOC from that department. He has to go to purchase department or any different departments. He has to take NOC once he leaves the organization. Okay, so workflow, what it does is, it makes the things very simple. Okay, he does not have to run around different people. Okay, say for example, he is going to accounts department, and if that person is not available, he has to wait until he comes. Okay, or he has to wait for, say, 1 day or 2 day if the manager is sick, or so XY reason he is not available. So what happens if he has to leave that company? Say for example, if he's working in Saudi Arabia, and for some reason he has to come back to India. Okay, and the person, his manager or his sheikh or anyone who is there who has to approve this, he is not available. At that point of time, dynamic role, what it does, it appoints people after his hierarchy. Say for example, there is manager, there is assistant manager. Okay, so if manager is not available, assistant manager will approve it. If assistant manager is not approved, whoever he has made responsible on behalf of him, he will approve it. Okay, dynamic is nothing but, you have to understand in such a way that if a person is not available, somebody will be there to do it, or if not, a group of people that will be there who will be changing to and fro will be made applicable, so that the approval goes through. Okay, so inshallah, once we look into the topics, we will discuss it. So, and we will see it in the system also how it is, so it becomes easy for understanding. Okay, don't confuse yourself. Let's go little by little. Okay, let's not implode ourselves with lot of information that is there, and overwhelm ourselves and get confused on what it is, how it is. Just make it very clear and simple. Employee Central, it deals nothing but data models. What are the two different data models? One is employee data, and second is organization. Employee data is nothing but the succession data model, which has country specific succession data model, or organization data, that is nothing but corporate data or country specific corporate data. Okay, so what are the things that are there inside employee data or organization data? We have just seen it, what it does, how it does. Inshallah, we will see it in depth tomorrow. Okay,
yeah, thanks for the
I have one question.
Assalamu alaikum.
Yes.
Yeah, I have one question. When employees coming in the organization, many things we are issuing, for example, the laptop and many things which required to be logged somewhere in this corporate data model. So where actually which section it is getting logged, means like laptop or ID or maybe company car or something like that.
Brother, really sorry for that. My internet was very, very low. I was not able to hear you, what you were telling. Sorry for that. If you can repeat it, what you had said. Sorry for that.
Yeah. When employee coming in organization are issuing many things. For example, the laptop, ID card, maybe company car, or many like uniform, safety equipment, safety shoes, tools. All these things are where we are getting logged here in the corporate data model.
Yes. See, as I told you, it comes under personal data, because this is company is providing it to you. Okay, it comes under your provision. Say for example, if the company has provided you laptop to work, okay, and you were going outside and somebody stole your laptop, or for XYZ reason the laptop had some issues, or you misplaced it, or it has broken, or anything happens, can you tell me will the company ask you to pay the compensation of the laptop or not?
I think not if it is insurance insured.
No, say if that is X reason, just for an example, I'm telling you, but still the company will ask you to pay the money. Okay, the reason why it is because the company is giving it to you something. Okay, let it be the employee ID, your laptop, your car, anything that is, it is giving it to you, and it comes under your jurisdiction, or it comes under your responsibility to take care of that. Okay, because the company has given to you or trusted you with this so that you will take care of it. So it will come under personal data because that is related to you. Okay, if any damages happen at the end of the your work, or if you're leaving the company will tell you to pay these charges so that they can remove or to do the process easily. Yes. Okay, so anything else? Last question I'll be taking because I have another session to take it.
I have one question actually. So
yes.
These data models are inbuilt data model, or we need to design this?
No, these are the standard data models which are already being provided by SAP, which I showed to you, and there can be any changes can be made as well. There are standard which have already been designed over the period of time. They have taken the input from a lot of places with experienced people, how the company should be, what are the standard rules should be, what are the data that is necessary for any organization to work. So they've already made it, but still if they want to make any changes in these things, they can do it. Yes.
And this data is stored in some table or Oracle table or something like that in the backend?
Yes, it is stored. These data are stored in servers.
Servers means it's a database or file system, something like that.
It's a database is nothing but all the data, whatever it is there, it is stored in cloud.
No, cloud fine, but is it a database or it's a storage or something like that?
It is database storage.
Database only. And these workflows are also means in which language it is written or something like that. Any?
We will discuss. Don't worry. Don't rush. Okay. Don't rush. Yes.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay. I hope today's session was helpful for you to understand.
Assalamu alaikum, brother.
Last question, sir.
One irrelevant question to the topic. Just wanted to ask: is there any session for recruitment or onboarding going on, or is there any plan in future to start?
We are planning it, but still it is not yet decided.
Jazakallah. How can I get an update on in future if we have any plan to start? So
stay connected on WhatsApp. Inshallah, we will update it in the groups.
Jazakallah khairan. Same group, right? Inshallah.
Yes.
Jazakallah.
Yes.
Thanks a lot.
Yes. You're welcome. Okay. I hope and I wish that I was able to make you people understand a little bit about data model, what it is, how it is. Any suggestions? The way I'm teaching, because I want to keep it very simple and easy. And
if you can
provide notes or some material or something we can discuss again. Assalamu alaikum.
Yes.
Could you provide us with the study material for this one?
What is your name?
My name is Muhammad Moeed.
Muhammad Moeed. Okay, I will mute. Who is this Mukhadir Muhammad? Mukhadir Muhammad. Okay. Yes, tell me, brother. Hello.
Yes, would you provide us with the study material or notes for this one? What you are teaching?
Yes, I will be providing it. Yes.
Yeah, this would be helpful for us.
Yes, I will be providing it.
Thank you. Jazakallah khairan.
Wayakum. Okay. Any suggestions from anyone how to do it, what to do it, or today's session was helpful or anything as such? If you were not able to understand anything in the session today.
Sir, what about SAP portal? So we have to install personally in the laptop, or you will provide us that link?
You will will provide you the link. You just how you will be opening any other website. In the same way, you can open that website. There will be username and password provided. Okay, so you can log in and you can use that.
Another one suggestion actually, if we can route through the GUI and just we can relate the things actually, because now we started from the data model and now we are going to the GUI part, correct?
Yes.
So if we can have a go through of the GUI, so it will be better to relate to this data model.
We will. See, what that does is, see, until and unless you don't know what exactly it is, so if I open the UI, that is the user interface, everything will be different. Okay, there will be a lot of questions by people, what this is, what that is, what this is, why it is looking like this, why the color is different. Okay, let me make you understand what these things are. Then inshallah, we have to go to UI and we will go to UI and we'll see what it is.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Thank you everyone for joining. I hope inshallah today's session was very helpful to everyone, and I hope you have understood a little bit about the data models. So inshallah, I'll send the details of the things that we have discussed today in the group. The material will be provided for today's. So please go through that. Once we are coming for tomorrow's session, I'll be asking the question from those. I'll choose random people to answer those questions to these sessions. So inshallah, it becomes very interesting and interactive to everyone. Okay. So Jazakallah, Assalamu alaikum, and have a good night, everyone.
Thank you.
Okay.
Jazakallah.